everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time for a video all about my recommendations for perfume gifts for women, for girls, for ladies for Christmas. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to Tilt, who are sponsoring this video. They are doing a 25 days of Christmas giveaway, giving away something every day up to the value of $3,000, including Chloe perfume. To enter, all you have to do is subscribe to their YouTube channel and follow the link down below to sign up with your email, and then you are entered to win one of these different prizes every day. So let's get into the perfumes. So I have selected 10 recommendations here of perfumes that I think pretty much anyone, any lady would like to receive for Christmas. By the way, I'm sorry about my voice, I'm recovering from a cold. So I picked brands that I think are well known, perfumes that have had big advertising campaigns, and the kind of perfumes that I think people will recognize. If you're not sure what to get someone, I'd say don't get something really niche or unusual because they might not really know what it is. So these are my sort of 10 no-brainer recommendations that I think pretty much any lady would like. So my first one is Chloe Eau de Parfum, which is part of the Tilt giveaway as well. Now Chloe, of course, is such a classy, high-end designer brand, and the packaging and the presentation of Chloe Eau de Parfum is all very neutral. It's kind of like a sophisticated beige, and I think that means that, you know, you can't really dislike it because it's just so neutral and feminine and pretty, but you know, no one can really say they hate neutral nude tones. The fragrance is very light, fresh, pretty. It has some pretty peony in here and rose. I love peony in perfumes because it's such a fresh floral smell. So many floral perfumes can be quite heavy, but peony really lifts it. It's very fresh, springtime, almost like a dewy floral. It has some white florals in here and a little bit of lychee, which makes it a little bit fun. And I just think that this is really difficult to dislike. It's just classy and nice and pretty. My next recommendation is Chanel Chance. Now, I had to include Chanel in here. Obviously, everyone has heard of Chanel perfume. They have so many, and I can imagine if you don't really know Chanel that well, then you're not really going to know which one to choose. So my recommendation is Chanel Chance because I think it is one of the most neutral. There's a whole bunch of different Chances. So the original Chance is slightly musky, but it's mainly a classic patchouli perfume. It's quite good for lasting. Obviously the packaging and the branding is very high-end, very exclusive. Every girl wants to receive a Chanel perfume. But there's also, from all their different flankers, you've got a pink one, you've got a green one, you've got like an orange one. So there's lots of different ones. And I think if you know the person, like if they really like pink, then maybe get the pink one. I've done a video all about all the different Chances. So I'll leave that link down below and up above so you can check that out. But I think Chanel Chance, it's pretty, it's feminine, it's classy. Yes, it's expensive, but it's a beautiful gift. So my next recommendation is from Dior. Again, I had to include Dior. It's so well known, and around this time of year, Christmas is so much marketing, particularly for their bestseller, Miss Dior. I have an old version of it here. This is such a pretty fragrance. The branding with Natalie Portman is so high-end and beautiful, and this is one of the best sellers worldwide, sort of top 5 in every country. Again, there are a whole bunch of different types. I think the original Eau de Parfum or the original Eau de Toilette are just beautiful gifts. Eau de Parfum is a little bit heavier and sweeter. Eau de Toilette's a bit fresher, but they're both a very pretty, feminine, classy smell. You've then got Blooming Bouquet and Absolutely Blooming, which Absolutely Blooming is sweeter and Blooming Bouquet is more floral and lighter. Again, I've done a whole video explaining all of this, so I'll leave it linked down below. I think basically any of these will be nice, but if you're not sure, just go with the original. Get the Eau de Toilette or the Eau de Parfum, which is a bit more expensive, and you know, it's just a beautiful gift and I really love it. I think it's so classy, feminine, and Yeah, beautiful. So my next recommendation is potentially the #1 selling perfume worldwide, La Vie Belle from Lancome. This has the lovely Julia Roberts as the face of the fragrance, and you will see adverts for this everywhere around Christmas time. This is actually limited edition packaging. It doesn't normally have these lines on. This is what the box looks like. There are, again, a whole bunch of flankers on this, and I've done a video about them, but stick with the original if you're not sure. There are some lighter eau de toilette versions because the original is a little bit sweet. So if you think that someone isn't going to want a sweet one, go for one of the eau de toilettes, which are much fresher and citrusy. But this has been such a successful perfume since it launched. It's just pretty and feminine. Everyone loves Julia Roberts. It's very sort of womanly. It has good staying power, so it's quite good value for money. It's not as expensive as your Chanel's or Dior's. It's more around a sort of £60 for a full size, maybe, if you get it on discount. I'll leave the links down below to where you can get these all at good prices, guys, as always. But I think it's got that classic vanilla and patchouli, which is in so many fragrances at the moment, so it does smell modern, but it has that sweetness of a praline in. But I love this. I love wearing it. You get compliments when you wear it, and the packaging and everything's beautiful. They have a limited edition out for Christmas, which is all sparkly, but that might be difficult to get hold of because it's only limited. But yeah, definitely a top recommendation. My next recommendation is Black Opium. I have it here in a tiny mini. This is what it looks like, except much bigger, obviously. This is a little bit more nighttime, a little bit more sexy. It has coffee in. You can tell from the packaging and the branding that this is a little bit more deeper. So if the person you're getting this for, or if you're getting it for yourself, you want something a little bit more edgy, then Black Opium is the one. Not to be confused with Original Opium from Yves Saint Laurent that came out in the 80s, which is like a heavy aromatic. This is a fruity coffee. Again, vanilla, patchouli, very common in a lot of perfumes at the moment, but pear and coffee make this a little bit different. Good for nighttime, good for someone who goes out, like it wants a fragrance they can wear when they're going out to a bar, to a club, whatever, to restaurants, and very sort of on trend. I'd say this is quite a cool perfume. Also from Yves Saint Laurent is Libra. I have it here in a teeny tester. Libra is different to Black Opium. It's their newest release. There's been a huge advertising campaign around it with Dua Lipa as the face of the fragrance. So again, very trendy, very cool, very modern fragrance. But this is a little bit more floral and not as sweet as Black Opium. I'd say it's more of a daytime fragrance, whereas Black Opium's more nighttime fragrance. The main notes are orange blossom, lavender, white florals, has a little bit of vanilla in, but to me, I really get the lavender, I really get the florals. So this is a little bit more feminine, daytime. It's not as heavy or as strong as Black Opium, but I'm pretty sure that everyone will have seen this advertised. So again, it's quite a cool gift to get. My next recommendation is a Jimmy Choo perfume. Now, I am obsessed with the original Jimmy Choo. It's my favorite perfume, but I'm not recommending it in this list just because it is quite sweet, and not everyone likes sweet perfumes. It's pear and toffee. I love like toffee, I love sweet perfumes, but I recognize that not everyone does. So in terms of buying a gift for someone, this isn't the one I'd recommend. I would recommend getting perhaps Fever, but again, that is a bit sweet. But my best recommendation would be Jimmy Choo Flash. This is a bit more neutral, white florals, pink pepper, and then it has a little bit of a strawberry raspberry vibe, but fundamentally it's like a fresh floral, so much more neutral, much more easier to you know, not everyone likes a sort of fresh floral. And what's cool about Flash is you can usually get it reduced. I'll leave a link down below to where I found it at a good price for you guys, but it's usually reduced by at least £20 from the RRP, so it's really good value for money. Packaging's like shiny and cool, so because of the price, like you'd be able to get maybe a full size 100ml for like £30 or something, £40, so really good value for money if you're looking for a present. My next recommendation is from Gucci, and it's Gucci Bamboo. So Gucci, when you look at the Gucci section in a perfume shop, you're gonna see a lot of Gucci Bloom, which is probably the one they promote the most at the moment, and there's a whole bunch of them in the Bloom range. The thing is with Gucci Bloom is they are very, very floral, and that's why I'm not recommending them, because I think there's not many people that like these. They're quite divisive. Gucci Bamboo, on the other hand, is much more easily likable. It's much fresher. It's lily and orange blossom with some citrus bergamot in, much more something you could wear every day. And the packaging again is glamorous and neutral, so much safer for a gift, I'd say. Because this has been around for a few years, you can probably get it at a good price. But if you know that the person you're buying the gift for likes Gucci, perhaps they, you know, have a Gucci belt or a bag or whatever, then get them a Gucci perfume, but get them Bamboo, because it's much, I think they'll like it. I can't, like 99 out of 100 people would like this. My next recommendation is from Giorgio Armani, and it's from their C range. Now this is the original C, which I have, which is a very sweet vanilla, heavy vanilla perfume. I'm not recommending the original because of that heaviness of the vanilla. They have a flanker called C Fiore, which is, I think, sold really well because it's not as heavy vanilla as the original. It does still have vanilla in, but it has orange in, it has florals, patchouli, and quite a lot of blackcurrant. So it's a little bit fruitier, a little bit more floral, a little bit more neutral, and yes, still vanilla, but just not as heavy and intense as the original. And again, the C range is advertised with Cate Blanchett everywhere. You cannot walk through an airport without seeing this everywhere, so I think people will know about it. It's quite sort of sophisticated, perhaps a present for a someone that works in business perhaps, or someone who would like that like warm vanilla. It's quite wintry. And I guess someone that likes Cate Blanchett. And then my final recommendation is from Burberry, and there's been loads of advertisement around their latest edition, Burberry Her Intense, which has Cara Delevingne as the face of the fragrance. So people would have been seeing this advert perhaps if they're a bit younger, a bit edgier, like Cara Delevingne, and it's obviously very British, so someone that likes that sort of classic British branding. The Burberry Her Original was quite sweet and fruity. The Her Intense is a little bit stronger, but not as sweet and fruity. So it's a bit more jasmine, it's got benzoin in as well as those fruity notes, so it's a little bit more neutral. I think the Her Original would be too sweet for a lot of people, so I think go for the Her Intense. There's obviously so many Burberry fragrances, but a lot of them are quite old and the branding and packaging can be a bit dated, but this one is brand new, 2019, so definitely on trend and cool. And of course Cara Delevingne is a very cool and trendy, so if the person you're buying the gift for is a bit edgy like what she is, then they probably would have seen this advert and liked it, so go for this one. So that is the end of my perfume gifts for her list. I hope you found it helpful. I'm trying to be as helpful for you guys as possible. I think perfumes are such a perfect gift for Christmas. Everyone loves unwrapping a perfume, so hopefully at least one of these will be a good idea, inspiration for you. Links are all down below to where you can get these and some of my more detailed reviews around these different perfumes. Again, I apologise for my croaky throat. It just won't go away. I've had it for like over a week now. And I will leave a link down below to the competition that you can enter from my sponsor Talc, and my new red lipstick actually that's perfect for Christmas, which is from L'Occitane. And I'll see if I can find my Christmas earrings and my Christmas onesie for you guys as well, and the links down below, because why not, it's Christmas. But that's it guys, so thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.